Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about they are going to steal money from you. Customer says Uber Eats charged him an extra $57 after placing a group order. You know, this would explain why I don't get as many group orders on Uber Eats as I did on DoorDash. So as we all know, a lot of customers have complained in the past that Uber Eats is going to charge them a lot more, or even DoorDash or Grubhub. They're complaining about the fees that are associated with the platform. Not saying anybody's wrong or right. Honestly, I would actually argue that a lot of it is wrong on the platform's part. But that being said, it's expensive. And a lot of people are noticing that. But being charged an extra $57 for a group order, that's just insane. But with that said, I actually want to go over what is being said in this article, how it actually is for customers, gig workers, and the platform itself, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. Uber Eats customers warning TikTokers not to use the platform's group order function after he was allegedly charged an extra $57. The customer, Alexmutammara, at Alexmutammara, posted a TikTok on Wednesday saying that he still hasn't been refunded for the extra charge. I'm going to leave his TikTok and profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions. But honestly, expecting money to come out of Uber, I mean, come on, let's be realistic here. It's hard enough to get him to do the basic minimal tasks of their job. Asking him to give you money, you're tripping. Uber Eats launched group ordering in late 2019, but the feature didn't gain much traction thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic. Group ordering allows Uber Eats customers to collaborate on orders and pay individually. I mean, a lot of the times you could actually just order everything you need and then not make it a group order and it's still the same thing. But then you risk the place itself to start packaging them in the same thing to kind of save space, to make it easier for the driver to carry. And group ordering is mainly done in offices, not so much in the residential home. So it makes sense why it didn't gain traction until after the COVID-19 pandemic. In his video, Mutamara says he tried the function, but it overcharged him for being the group leader or the person who started the group order. He shows a screenshot of his Uber Eats receipt for the portion of the group order, which initially totaled $24.88 for him. The day after the order, he saw a random charge for $57.24. Ah, okay. So sometimes the platforms will just add a random charge onto your card, hoping that you won't notice. But at the end of the day, you gotta be careful with these platforms because they're going to randomly charge you regardless. And when you do find those charges, oh my god, you gotta be on them or they're gonna steal your money. Mutamara says he contacted Uber Eats customer service about the charge, but kept getting the same response. He shares a screenshot of a message from the support team apologizing for the inconvenience. The message says that the group order creator should reach out to Uber Eats support so they could troubleshoot the issue, but Mutamara was the creator. Yeah, that's Uber Eats' method of trying to manipulate you into trying not to continue to push this envelope. Like, they'll try to make it everyone else's problem but theirs. So you could talk to 12 different people on the same issue, and at the end of the day, they will not give you back your money. Like, it's amazing. They will repeat the same response, or they'll say they're transferring you to another department, yet at the same time, they're just sending you in circles around the same department until eventually you get so tired of it, like, let me speak to a supervisor, let me speak to somebody who could do their job. Or, if you're me, you're emailing the CEO just trying to get someone to do their job because you have to basically utilize the CEO as a weapon and threaten legal action just to get $57 back. That's ridiculous. The TikToker says he reached out to customer service again, but his case kept getting closed without a resolution. He adds that he did everything the customer service team asked of him, including sending screenshots and receipts of his order. Every time he submitted a new customer service request, they immediately canceled the new request and asked him to raise experience, Mutamara says. Yeah, you can't go through the chat feature. The chat feature is the most manipulative thing ever. You gotta go on the phone call. You have to talk to people. If you go through a chat feature, they're just gonna find every way to just end it on you. All that to say, $57 is definitely gone by this point. The TikToker says in his video, I just wanted to come out here and say do not use Uber Eats, specifically the group order feature, because they're going to steal money from you. This is why I feel it's necessary to email the CEO on the subject and to literally hound them on the subject. Because honestly, this is ridiculous. The fact that Uber Eats has to play this stupid game is unreasonable across the board. And this is exactly why the Uber Eats customer service team is BS, because this is the crap that they pull. Mutammara isn't the only one who has received unauthorized charges from Uber Eats. Other TikTokers commented that they have had similar experience. Several said it was hard to get the issue resolved because Uber Eats customer service, driver support, all of those people are the worst people on the planet. It went back and forth with Uber a few months ago about a charge that was authorized that I didn't make. They kept closing my chat and they wouldn't. One user commented, stop using the chat feature and start making phone calls. This generation is really got to get on that. It can't be through the chat feature. I understand a lot of people have a problem getting on the phone these days, but you gotta do it. I'm sorry. I hope they fix this feature. I've had issues both as a customer and a driver. They can't even track people down. Second user commented. Ain't that the freaking truth? And that's a good point too. This is not just customers. This is drivers as well. This is merchants as well. Actually, I think yesterday I actually had a restaurant go off on me about how useless the support team is. It's ridiculous. A third wrote, that always happens to me when complaining with Uber. I choose different problem category or say it's not delivered and get refunded. Their customer service is trash. And that's why a lot of people just started using I didn't get my order and get refunded instead, because the customer service team is such a trash team, is that you have to do that in order to just have one person do their job. And that hurts the driver at the end of the day. But in this particular case, I kind of don't blame the customer, because that's the kind of terrible people that are operating on the customer service side. They have to go through that just to get something done right. Some viewers shared suggestions on how to fix the issue. File a charge back with your credit card company, one viewer said. Yes, that's a good idea. Yes, you should be using a credit card for purchases because there's a level of protection as long as you're not maintaining a balance. However, if you do that, there is a risk that they'll find out that it was legitimate and charge you even more for a false report. Just understand that risk is there. Another wrote, tweet about it. I only get help from Uber Eats if I call them out on Twitter. Actually, I would argue that you want to tweet about it, but also you want to tweet about it with a reasonable amount of followers. So with that said, I'm actually on Twitter as well if you want to check me out there. I'm not really posting anything right now, but I will be posting on there in the near future. Because if you don't have followers, you don't have a developed profile, they're not going to help you. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. Honestly, I think this is a great display on why Uber Eats driver support, Uber Eats customer support, Uber Eats merchant support is the worst team in the history of any company. Yes, the company does have glitches in areas that they shouldn't have glitches. Yes, the company charges people ridiculously, but even with all that, if they had a relatively decent customer support team, if they had a relatively decent driver support team, a relatively decent merchant support team, this whole company would be doing much better. Why do you pay people to not do their job? Why do you pay people to play stupid games like this? Is their job actually to play stupid games like this? Or is it to actually do their job? You see, these are the questions I'm asking at this point, because that's how bad it's gotten for everybody involved. Not just me, not just the customers, not just the merchants, everybody. And honestly, enough's enough on Uber Eats side, on DoorDash's side, and Grubhub side. Get a team to get their stuff together, because honestly, enough is enough. Stop charging people for no reason for $57 that they shouldn't be charged, and start doing your job the right way the first time. The fact that Alex gave up on getting his money back is exactly what Uber, DoorDash, and all of these companies, not even just Uber and DoorDash, I'm sorry, every corporation that has been shady and steals money count on. They make it so hard for you to get your money back, you almost want to just give up, forget about the $57. They gain $57 and they could just do it to somebody else. And they do this on such a grand scale to where they just get away with it multiple times over. Alex, I'm sorry that you lost $57 through this. I really hope that you decide to actually continue to pursue it and get that money back. But if not, I'm sorry. This does happen to a lot of people. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!